My name is Steve Santa Cruz, and I'm going to show you the art of freehanding on people's skin. Freehanding a tattoo. Freehand means you have to have absolute supreme confidence to pull something like that off. Your client has to have that confidence in you. I'm going to show you how to really pull off some great art, freehand, all from here. So stay tuned. So if you really look at the body, you realize that some parts of the body are more circular than others. And that's where you want to do something that has obviously a circular form. The chest itself is circular, so you want to kind of do a piece that has, if you're going to do any circles, you want to do them in the chest, you want to do them in a flat area, such as the forearm, you know. I do a lot of like pre-construction lines, which are just lines for me to know where I should draw certain elements of the tattoo. Basically, when you look at, just because I drew a line doesn't mean I'm gonna tattoo the line. And it doesn't also mean I'm gonna tattoo inside that line. You know, these lines are just very like I said, they're just sketch lines for me to know where I'm at. I want to dissect the body. I want to look at the arm. I want to look to see where the traps are, where the muscles are, where the wrist ends. And then I'll draw, you know, like your marker line, then you'll draw the black line over it, and then you start seeing the design come together. Obviously, me and the client have already spoken about what kind of designs he likes. I've looked at some, you know, some reference material, and I came up with these designs based off of that. When you're doing some of these lines on top of the actual black marker, you don't have to, the black marker lines doesn't have to be super smooth. You just have to know when you're tattooing where your lines stand in regards to the marker lines. If you look closely, it looks a little messy, but don't worry, because I've been doing this for a little while. It looks like I ride the tube, and by riding the tube means that I actually get the tube into the skin, but I'm not. I actually float over the skin, I hover a little bit, and that gives you the crispest, best possible lines. You can do some of the filling in with a small liner, areas such as these here that you see on the chest, without a shader, because what that does is It allows you to get into the little crevices, little corners, and then later you can attack with a shader the bigger areas. If you see, I use a round. I basically fill the tattoo with a round method, because what that does is it takes up all the empty space and it makes it very, very solid. It's a really good delivery. When you're getting to these corners, you want to use the tip of your mag, and obviously you don't want to shade out, so you want to keep that tip real tight right to the line. Again, you could always go back and shade with a liner small tips that you feel that your shader may not reach very well. There's nothing wrong with going back in and out as long as you're making that tattoo look the best it could possibly be. When you tattoo, don't put too much. I mean, obviously you have a lot of pressure on you because you're doing a tattoo for life, but have fun with it. You know, become one with the tattoo. Love what you do, and your products will always be beautiful. Your work speaks for itself, so whatever you put on the skin is going to become a reflection of who you are. Once again, this has been Steve Santa Cruz teaching you how to freehand. We'll check you out next time. So thanks for checking out the video. Please subscribe, share, don't forget to tell your friends. And if you have any questions, you want any how-to information, you just drop a link and I'll get back to you ASAP.